Hi, this is Michael Orrell from MobileBurn.com, and today I'm going to show you the HTC Radar 4G for T-Mobile USA. It is a Windows Phone 7.5 Mango powered smartphone. Okay, let's take a look at the contents of the box. Pull the lid off here. Here's the phone itself. I'm going to power it up. Vibrates when you hit the power button. Box here has some materials here. Start guide, some merchandise return label, terms and conditions, getting started with Windows Phone, and various other sundries. Not too much in the box. We've got the somewhat difficult to open bag for the micro USB cable. It's white, matches the phone. You can see full USB connector on one end and micro USB on the other. And that plugs into the cool looking and pretty compact HTC charger, like so. And that is everything that's in the box. And you can also see the phone started up pretty quickly. So let's take a look at the hardware. First of all, we've got a 3.8-inch diagonal display here. It's a LCD TFT type. Forward-facing camera, 1 megapixel resolution, touch-sensitive controls for back, the Windows button, and search here, and some light sensors right next to the speaker. Take a look at the profile. It's reasonably thin. It's about 11 millimeters thick according to my calipers. You can see the micro USB port on the left-hand edge here. Up top we have the power button along with a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. On the right hand edge, volume control right here, and a dedicated camera shutter button as well. And not too much other than the microphone pinhole on the bottom. If we take a look at the back of the device, you see it's got a nice aluminum unibody construction. That also means that you can't replace the battery. It has a 1520 milliamp hour battery built in, but you cannot replace it. You can remove the rear cover though. I found it to be a little tricky getting back on actually. You remove the rear cover to get access to the SIM card slot though. Slide that back on, and up top here we've got the 5 megapixel camera, which has an LED flash and it can record 720p HD video. Phone powers up rather quickly, partly due to its 1 gigahertz Snapdragon S2 processor. Has a really nice feel to it, especially the metal and the fact that it weighs about 138 grams, so it has a decent heft to it for its size. Solidly constructed, although this rear cover down here doesn't fit as well as it should. This doesn't snap into place as nicely as it ought to. In any case, you can see the 3.8-inch WVGA resolution display looks pretty good. This is the Windows Phone Mango home screen. Main menu accessed over here. Can search through it, of course, although there is no way to get a different view, grid view or anything like that. This is the only view that Microsoft supports. Notification area up top. When you tap on it, you get the rest of the status indicators there, like battery strength. Notice it's a 4G device. It supports HSPA plus 14.4 data, so it should be pretty speedy when we do some tests on it. In addition to the HSPA Plus data, it also supports Wi-Fi 802.11b, G, and N, Bluetooth 2.1, and has a hotspot support so you can share your 4G data connection. 8 gigabytes of internal storage for your music and photos, but there's no expansion options on the device. Going to demonstrate the lock screen. Press the power button at the top. You can see we get date, time, and the next appointment. Also some indications for missed messages. Unlock the device just by swiping up. Live tile support means it'll tell us how many messages we have, say the Google Mail account, and you can see I've got 3 unread messages. I'm going to drop into the text messaging app though and show you that. This is the default message, comes on all Windows Phone devices, read only though. So if I'm going to show you how the keyboard works, I'm going to have to create a new message. Tap up here on the plus sign. I can either pick a contact, or I can also choose a group, which is what that fictional one is right there, and you can see it automatically added 4 contacts right there. Type in a message. This is a test, and I'm going to misspell test You see when I hit space, it'll automatically change that. And let's see, we'll take a look at this in landscape mode. There we go. Oh, it does do the auto full stop or period if you hit the spacebar quickly enough, it looks like. Go back into portrait. Very good keyboard on here. It's missing some of the fancy stuff like swipe or anything like that, but it really is quite responsive. Seems to be on par with Apple's iOS keyboard in most response. So I'm quite pleased with it. So I'm going to send off the message by hitting the button down here at the bottom. Most of the controls are going to be down at the bottom. Just tap there for send, and there's the message. In order to get a real feel for the messaging app, though, you need to see what it's like when a new message comes in. You can see the notification arrived up there, and I tap on it. It automatically takes me into the threaded view of the message. You can see both text bubbles from both parties are green. They're just in different shades and on different sides of the display. Works pretty well, so you can easily see which one's going out and which one's coming in. Actually, let's change that to an exclamation point. Take a look at the email application. This is a Gmail account that's been configured. See, I've got some messages in here. I have options for linking inboxes, so I have multiple email accounts configured here, and I can link them so I see them in a combined view, which is pretty cool. Well, that's a good enough name for now. And here is the linked inbox showing my Gmail and email all at the same time, which is pretty neat. Quick demonstration that you have HTML support, multi-touch zooming as well. Windows Phone even supports sorting by conversation, so you can see I can tap here and see a bunch of different messages to and from the same people. If I wish to remove some of those messages, all I have to do is tap on the left-hand side of the screen to select them, which is very cool. And then I can delete those messages. One of the cool things with Windows Phone, and in particular you can see also with Mango, is you have the ability to rearrange your home screen pretty much the way you like. You can grab just about anything. Say I'm going to take this Me tile here, and I'm going to pull this up to the top of the screen near People. Plunk that in, and then maybe I'll pull up the fictional group of contacts as well. Put that right under it. You can also easily remove pinned items and things like that. Great thing with the live tiles for the contact-based things like Me, groups, and is that you can see what's going on without necessarily jumping in. When new updates come in from social networks from any of the people in the fictional group here, it will automatically show up on the live tile, and then I know I can just flip over here and take a look at the messages. Full contact list works in a similar fashion. Go into settings here and you can see you can filter the contact list, and right now I'm not showing Windows Live, LinkedIn, or Twitter contacts, but I am showing Facebook and Google. Of course, it supports Gmail contacts, which is what it means by Google. So here's the list of the contacts, very smooth scrolling. You'll notice the letters stick up at the top as you move. You can also tap on the letter to get a map of which letters are actually being used, so you can quickly skip to a different section. Swipe left and right like in most Windows Phone apps to take a look at different views. This is the social networking updates. So this is coming in from Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, any of the different related social networks that the device supports. Let me quickly go into one of the contacts so you can poke around a bit. This one I've got linked up to 3 different contacts. Obviously this is just the mobile burn Twitter feed, but I'm doing that just to get some content there. You can see which ones are linked up and which ones it recommends for linking. All the information there. If we hit the edit mode button, you can see that there are a number of different things you can add, even more obscure fields. And of course you can see updates just from that contact. Also look at history of messages and email. If I tap on the Me tile, I can show you how I can post a status update. You can select which services to send the message to. Just say testing, send that off. That will post that update. Also check-in abilities. It's going to automatically search for nearby locations. I'm in Makefield Glen, and Christine's restaurant is a stone's throw away. Also, you can choose which services you're going to check in with. You can also set your chat status, which is important because you can chat through Facebook and Windows Live, in addition to text messaging, all through the messaging application.